Welcome back to some sports stories. The 2016 Oil Search Daffodil Corporate Golf Day took place today at the Royal Port Moresby Golf Club. A total of 27 corporate teams are participating in this golf day. Paul Tomic Jr. reports.
It's the 15th year since Oil Search Limited came on board as the major sponsor to the Daffodil Corporate Golf Day to raise funds for the cancer ward at the Port Moresby General Hospital. Ruth Warham from the Oil Search Limited said a total of 27 teams attended, with few who have been around for the past years.
On behalf of Oil Search, as the sponsor of the Daffodil Corporate Golf Challenge and the PNG Cancer Foundation, I'd just like to extend our thanks to these corporate houses for their continued support. I'd also like to mention, special mention for Mapai Transport from Ley. They've always been supporting the Port Moresby event right from when we started 14 years ago.
She said there has been a decline in numbers of teams taking part, and most teams have registered in other events held at the Royal Port Moresby Golf Club.
Many of the trade days that have been having events here have struggled to register the number of teams that we've seen in prior years.
An auction will also see the recent PNG LNG Kumuls jersey, which will be auctioned with all Kumuls players that have signed on the jersey. Total funds raised so far is about 78,000 kina for the teams that registered, and should be looking to raise over 100,000 kina, including the auction as well. Paul Tomic Jr., NBC National Sports, Port Moresby.
Off to Rio, Toya Whistle will compete with the world's best sprinters on Saturday at 11:40 a.m. PNG time in round one of the women's 100-meter race at the Olympic Games in Rio. Whistle, who ran an Olympic qualifying time of 11.29 seconds in Fiji last month, is exempted from preliminary round, which non-qualified athletes will run earlier in the day. It is not yet known exactly which athletes will feature in Whistle's heat, as the draw will only be made after the preliminaries, which will see a field of 24 athletes whittled down to 8 to go into the first round draw with Whistle and 64 other qualified athletes. It seems certain that the PNG and Pacific Games champion sprinter will need to run a personal best time in order to advance to the semi-finals, and almost certainly better than 11.20 seconds. Athletics PNG President Tony Green said with the 14 top-ranked athletes in the world this year under 11 seconds, it's going to be very tough, but Toya's mind will not be on the other athletes. We wish you all the best. Papua New Guinea under-20 women's football team is continuing its lead-up matches prior to the FIFA World Cup later this year. They played their trial matches against the United States and Japan in Port Moresby mid this year, and yesterday flew to the United States for the return match. Coach Lisa Cole's plans for the PNG under-20s to have more lead-up matches outside the competition. This is to help them prepare for the World Cup. Paul Tomic Jr. reports.
Lisa Cole's PNG under-20s training squad flew out yesterday morning to the United States for their lead-up matches, where they will be playing about 6 matches. She said yesterday that they flew out with 25 players, and since arriving in Port Moresby from Goroka on Wednesday, their earlier trip to Korea was also good.
The trip to Korea was good. It was good to get some games against outside competition and have a chance to get everybody minutes and just be able to see what we can do against other teams.
She said they will be looking at about 21 players or so for the World Cup comes November, and since their earlier 3 trial matches, they have improved in their skills.
This team's not just learning how to play the game, but they're learning how to be good teammates. They've been good in school up in Goroka. We've hosted our first youth clinic last weekend. We've had a parents' weekend. So we've done a lot of things to really create a great community and talk about being role models and making sure that when we're out and about representing the country, that we do a good job of that. And it's been neat to see the players grow and gain confidence both on and off the field.
She said the girls have learned a lot of good lessons when they were out in Korea.
We learned a lot of lessons about how to travel, staying together and making sure we're accountable for our bags and for our stuff, and being on time. So a lot of good life lessons that maybe when you're in Papua New Guinea are not as important,
The PNG women's under-20s went through their final security check at the departure lounge yesterday morning at the Jackson's International Airport before departing. Paul Taumick Jr., NBC National Sports, Port Moresby.
Well, at least it will be a fun-filled weekend for cricket fans and also for village folk of Hula when the Vavine Pala Cup gets centre stage at the Raukele Oval at Hood Point this Saturday. Hula village is gearing up to be set ablaze with varying cricket colours, team uniforms, clan colours and flags. The Vavine Pala Cup is named after PNG and Hula cricket hero Vavine Pala, who was captain of the Barramundis, gold medal winner and PNG under-19 coach. Neil Alemai reports.
The day will see two thrilling T20 matches, with the women first to take the field, followed by the men's match. Both the men's and women's teams will consist of a Raukele Hula team with members from Hula Village and Raukele Port Moresby team with members based here in the city. The Vavine Pala Cup is intended to encourage youth engagement as well as promote gender equality, pride and support in the community. Bri Olewale, who is a member of the organizing committee, says the Vavine Pala Cup is an opportunity to remember the great man as well as giving back to the community.
It's a charity match, and there's two main things that we wanted to, two outcomes from the match. First of all, of course, is to remember the great man. Many experts reckon the greatest all-rounder, cricketing all-rounder that our country has produced, who sadly passed away back in 2014. So it's a memorial match for him. At the same time, it's a way for cricket to give back to the community back in our area there down the coast, the Hula area.
President of the Pure Water Raukele Cricket Club, Dean Ani, says the event is also a good way in which untapped talent in the rural areas can be exposed.
This event is a very good, I'd say a very good advertisement for our villages. There's a lot of talent out there that we have in the village, which has not been tapped in. And I for myself, been involved with cricket here in Moresby and the Raukele Cricket Club. I see a lot of talent out there in Hula, in the Hood Lagoon Point, and all the way down to Aroma, and also down the coast, Porebara, Lela, and Boira. Much has always been concentrated in NCD, which we think the cream of the talent is here, but I think the gold mine of talent is just out in the central. It's just bringing the pathway.
The Vavine Pala Cup is based on youth and community cohesion, support and pride. In honor of these values, several development projects have been scheduled for the day, which is part of the cricket initiative.
Development initiatives in the village or in the Hood Point area, one of which is the school, the high school. So thank you to the government. They funded a high school there, and we'd like to use this match as an opportunity to raise some funds for our students there at the school.
Neil Alemai, NBC National Sports, Port Moresby.
And that's sports for tonight. Have a nice weekend. Antonia, it's back to you.
Thank you, Douglas. Stay with us. We'll return after the break with the finance news.